just days after a lawsuit was filed against Georgia election officials for an allegedly unsecured voting system. A computer server crucial to the proceedings was discovered to have been quietly wiped clean, a disturbing new report shows. According to the Associated Press, technicians at the Center for Elections Systems at Kennesaw State University, which runs the state's election system, destroyed the server's data on July 7, 4 days after the lawsuit was filed. Although the server was wiped in July, the information did not become public knowledge until it was revealed in an email from the state attorney general's office under a Freedom of Information Act request, AP reported. It was not yet clear who ordered the server's data irretrievably erased, but the center falls under the control of Georgia's Secretary of State and likely 2018 Republican gubernatorial candidate, Brian Kemp, who is also the lawsuit's main defendant. Election reform advocates filed the lawsuit in an effort to force the state to retire its outdated election technology after a security expert disclosed a gaping security hole in the main server's system that went unfixed for several months. Trending, 400 scientific papers undermine global warming, and that's just for this year. That vulnerability could have allowed attackers to plant malware and possibly rig votes or wreak election chaos with voter rolls by deleting or altering records. University officials said the FBI conducted its own investigation of a possible hack, made copies of the server's data, then informed the university that it had completed its investigation, according to Wabe. Following the notification from the FBI that no data was compromised and the investigation was closed, the server was returned to the university's Information Technology Services Group and securely stored, a statement from KSU explained. However, that doesn't explain why the server was wiped clean. Some onlookers to the controversy believe there was something sinister going on. Richard DiMillo, a computing professor at Georgia Tech who has been closely watching the case, said the incident was not accidental. This was something that was conducted with purpose to make sure that the information could never be recovered again, DiMillo said. Kemp has contended that the Secretary of State's office had no involvement in the decision to wipe the server clean, pointing the finger, instead, at the university. Related, this pattern of reckless behavior is exactly why we are ending our relationship with KSU and the Center for Elections Systems and moving functionality in-house, he said, according to The Hill. His office has reportedly opened an investigation into matter and was working with the FBI to retrieve copies of the hard drives made when the Bureau initially looked into the reported security issues. Forget the empty talk from Democrats and their media acolytes about Russian collusion. This is the kind of issue that cannot be tolerated. Our elections are premised on the fact that every voter gets a say in who represents us in our local, state and federal governments. Election fraud and security issues, whether from illegal immigration on computer manipulation, threaten that process. All of us, Republicans, Democrats and otherwise, must do whatever we can to protect election integrity. What do you think about this election data being wiped clean days after a lawsuit was filed? Like and share this article on Facebook and Twitter and let us know. What do you think should happen to those responsible for wiping this data? Scroll down to comment below.